I am representing the Office of the Prosecutor General of Georgia, and the Prosecutor's Office was one of the beneficiaries of the project, which was named as a project on strengthening systems on combating terrorist financing and money laundering. And this project was implemented under the Council of Europe, European Union Partnership for Good Governance program. This project was started in 2015 and it continued until 2018. And there were a number of important achievements after this project, and I would like to mention briefly. First of all, there were a number of stakeholders in the project, not only the law enforcement and prosecutorial authorities, but also competent agencies which are in charge of prevention of money laundering and terrorist financing. On the side of law enforcement authorities, there were investigators of Prosecutor's Office and Ministry of Interior, State Security Service, investigative agency of the Ministry of Finance, and on the part of the preventive agencies there were Financial Monitoring Service, National Bank, State Audit Office and other entities. So all these institutions benefited from the projects. So what were the key achievements? I would like to start by mentioning the work on the National Risk Assessment, which is the cornerstone of anti-money laundering and anti-terrorist financing system according to FATF new standards. So we started work on National Risk Assessment in 2015, and we very much benefited from the expertise provided by project. So we had international experts who were working with Georgian counterparts, and now I can say that we are close to end of this process, and soon this risk assessment will be adopted. So it's very important. Also, regarding the Prosecutor's Office, we had a new guideline on investigation and prosecution of cases against legal entities. And I just want to mention that we have criminalization of corporate liability since 2006, but we had difficulties with implementing them effectively in practice. So this guideline, which is about investigation and prosecution of crimes committed by legal entities, will help us to improve our effectiveness. So it is also very important. And also there were a number of capacity building activities with different stakeholders. And finally, impression is that all of them benefited from the expertise provided by the project. Under the phase 2, we have a very ambitious agenda, so it is going to be built on the work which has been done during the phase 1, and it will be firstly project assistance in implementation of new MLCFT law, which is going to be adopted very soon, and it provides a number of new standards, and we will very much appreciate the assistance of the project in implementation of this law. So it is first. Also, it's very important to mention that Georgia currently undergoes the evaluation of Council of Europe Manual Committee, and we will finally receive recommendations for the committee, and it will be very important for us to receive project assistance in properly implementing these recommendations. It is second. Also, as I mentioned when I was talking about phase 1, we are close to adopting the National Risk Assessment, and we will also need expertise provided by the project for proper implementation of measures for addressing the risks identified in the National Risk Assessment. And also there are a number of activities aiming at capacity building of competent agencies in a number of different areas, such as investigation and prosecution of money laundering, terrorist financing, corruption, and related asset tracing and asset recovery. And also a very important aspect what I want to mention regarding this phase 2, it also incorporates anti-corruption measures, which is different from the phase 1. And now we can, together with expertise provided in the areas of money laundering and terrorist financing, we will have additional assistance in the area of fighting corruption. And also I would like to mention that we have very good cooperation and coordination with the representatives of project, starting from the beginning of planning the project activities and also in the process. So we are very grateful for that. And also, lastly, I would like to use this opportunity and thank Council of Europe and European Union for the project and for the assistance they are providing to the competent authorities of Georgia and eventually to the citizens of Georgia.